Diamonds all in your face.
What is going on in Houston, Texas on this gloomy day, Friday? We're getting close, man. We are getting close to the official announcement of the next head coach for the Houston Texans. As you all know, it's no surprise. I've been reporting it's going to be Eric Bieniemy, and I still stand by that. Now, Leslie Frazier, I think a lot of people have reported him as a second option. Some people have put him as a first option. I'm going to tell you this. Unless something crucial or dramatic happens with Eric Bieniemy and shit goes sideways, I don't see Leslie Frazier being the head coach of the Houston Texans. And really, it doesn't even take you having sources to know that. Because if you really start to connect the dots, if everything that they're doing is to please Deshaun Watson, why would they interview Bieniemy at all, then pass up on him, and then bring in Leslie Frazier? I mean, yeah, he is the defensive coordinator for the Bills. Yeah, he's in the AFC Championship. But I'm with agreement with a lot of fans that are saying Nick is just really looking at these last-minute details when it comes to Eric Bieniemy. And look, he's facing Frazier against the Bills this Sunday. And to be honest, the only reason that I know for sure it hasn't been official is because they're about to play each other. Other than that, the last thing that I heard is that coming up early next week, we should have an official statement, an official release from the Houston Texans as far as who is going to be their next head coach, regardless of the Chiefs winning or losing. So I'm looking forward to that. And with that, really, we're going to start to really look into what are the possible staff that Eric Bieniemy can bring. I know one name that was mentioned and had mutual interest was Bevel, who actually just got hired as the OC for the Jaguars. So unfortunately, they did miss on that opportunity. As far as Tim Kelly, look, what I've heard from Tim Kelly is if Frazier would have been the guy, or shit goes sideways and he ends up being the guy, he would be Frazier's offensive coordinator. As far as Eric Bieniemy, they're looking to see where he would fit on his staff. There's still high chances that he will be here. You know, obviously the reports that have come out that the Houston Texans have blocked him from interviewing anywhere else. Not really blocked him. I think they're both in agreement that he wants to stay here. So why waste, your time trying to interview him anywhere else? And I get it. Some people will say, well, why not just give him the chance to go out there? But look, if the guy wants to learn under an Andy Reid coaching tree and expand his knowledge of football, can you really blame him? I, for one, do not want to see Tim Kelly as the offensive coordinator. I do want to have Eric Bieniemy bring someone in that he trusts. Whether it's Peterson or someone else. Actually, Bevel was my other option, but now that he's off the list, I have to really dig in deeper to see who else it could be. It could very well end up being the Ravens wide receivers coach. I think he was the passing coordinator, who they've interviewed as well, Cully, and he could potentially be on EB staff. It just really depends on how much Eric Bieniemy wants to expand his team outside of the Andy Reid coaching tree, and maybe just relationships that he's built through the time. I know that a lot of people were excited about his presser yesterday, previewing the Chiefs. One of the questions where he was asked about the head coaching and being the face of that, now that it's really just down to one team and really down to two candidates. Obviously a lot of people took that big smile as a sign of he's not getting passed again. Ain't no way that somebody getting passed has that big smile. I could kind of concur, but look, you could also always make the argument that, he's excited about the game coming forward and making his way back to the Super Bowl, because regardless, he's going to get a head coaching job, I think. There's no way that he ends up getting to the Super Bowl again, and next year, whatever teams open up, they pass up on them. If the Texans choose to go sideways and get fucking crazy, and Jack Easterby has some crazy ass fucking plot and ends up fucking this shit over. But from everything that I'm hearing, Eric Bieniemy is the top runner. He is the top candidate. They've already been a verbal agreement. They still want to bring him in person and really seal everything up. But just from everything that I'm hearing, it really looks like he's going to be the official coach named early next week. And I'm looking forward to that. As far as anyone, saying like, are your sources trustworthy? Yes, I have 2 local ones. Have one that's in the building, and then one that's national, where I confirmed basically I basically lastly confirmed with him. As far as the rumors for trading Deshaun Watson, guys, it's very clear. It's pressure that he's applied to the franchise, to the team, to the organization, to say, I'm not just going to let y'all do whatever y'all want to do. I'm not going to be complacent. I've been told the list of things that he wanted. Obviously, 1, he wants the head coach that he wants. We know he wants Eric Bieniemy. 2, he wants Jack Easterby, if he's not fired, his role to be diminished to the point where he has no interaction with players who don't want to interact with him, and those players are not held accountable for those things. And then 3rd, certain particular players that he wants them to be resigned, or at least the team to make an attempt to resign them. And so, step by step, those demands, I think the Texans are going to begin to meet. A report came out, I think, by Aaron Wilson that Cal McNair did apologize to Deshaun Watson. So, look, everything seems to be leading on the up and up. But I know most of the people will say the Texans will Texan when the Texan moment comes. But here is a hope that shit doesn't go sideways and that everything continues on the trail that it's going. And by the time I get on the plane next Wednesday, I should be able to feel good about where this team is currently, and then they can begin to move. Another thing I wanted to let you guys know is Nick Cassero has begun to bring in certain players for basically to see where they're at. Players that have had injuries, players that were brought on the team last minute, whether it was through waiver claims or stuff like that. And so I've already seen 2 players, Justin Reed, who was brought in to see where he is with his thumb, and then Geno Stone. I think they had a private individual workout with him. So Nick Cassero is already starting to evaluate certain players and see where the needs are, especially with the draft right around the corner in the offseason and available free agents that are set to come. But anyways, man, that is my spill. Let me know what you guys think. Hit that like button, hit that share button, comment down below. Let me know what it is. Hey, every day, you know what it is. It's H-Town, baby. Let's get it. Blah!